What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another Prizepicks NBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys two picks for the later time slot game. So you should have plenty of time to lock these picks in. We got a Taco Tuesday today, so we do have some discounts going on over here on Prizepicks that you can take advantage of. If you have not checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money after picking the over and under on things like players' points, rebounds, assists, fantasy score, defensive rebounds, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS when you sign up today to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go ahead and lock that in. Get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks today, guys. And if you are getting very serious, I would highly recommend you check out my premium content packages. Those are located over on patreon.com. That's how you're going to purchase it. It's going to give you access to my Discord. And we've been hitting at a great rate this month. Had two more big wins since the last time that I posted. So I do want to give some quick shout outs. Two 6-man sweeps, one in the NBA, one in the NFL. You can see on the left side cashing in. These are my tickets, 4 and 2, 10,000 for each of them. Left side, Donovan Mitchell, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Luka Doncic fantasy score to go along with the Rudy Gobert and Jokic rebounds. And then we had a nice stack of that Jacksonville Jaguars and Cleveland Browns game on the right side. So you get notified as soon as I place my tickets, as did all my members did here that cashed alongside with me. Bryce, 20 into 500 on that NBA ticket. D-Rock, 22, 20 into 500 on the NBA. And Ed the Fered, 55 into 1,375. Gels cashing in as well, 5 into 125. Ricky, 24 with the 20 into 500. And Castro with the 20 into 500. Pivoted a little bit there with the Rudy Gobert fantasy instead of the rebounds, but was able to cash that as well, which is beautiful. So love to see that. 3 more members cashing in. Frank with that NFL action, Vince with the NFL action. We had both of them cashing 5 into 125, as well as D3000 AMF on the right side with that 5 into 125 on that same, like I said, Jacksonville Jaguars and Cleveland Browns stack that I liked. So love to see that. And then lastly, but not least, I should say, is Raider Matt 925 on the left side with a nice cash on the 6-man. We had V Compton with 25 into 625 and Tommy S with 20 into 500. So always grinding over there in the premium. We got holiday season coming up here, so sure a lot of you are going to be busy with family members and all that fun stuff along with myself. Preparing for next year as well. Continue to add value over there, continuing to improve that package. But if you'd like to join the team, join the Discord, that's how you're going to purchase it. You're going to go through the Patreon and purchase the KJK DFS VIP member package. It's going to give you access to all my tickets as soon as I place them, all sports, all apps that I cover, including Prizepicks, Underdog, Fantasy, Better, I now cover as well, Sleeper Picks, Parlay Play, and Thrive Fantasy. So that's all included in the package. At that same price tag. I continue to add to it. I've added a ton, and the price tag is going to stay the same. I keep adding to it, which is the goal, obviously, to give you guys as much value as I can, not only on these free videos, but for my members over there. You're going to get even more value. Of course, you're paying me every month. You deserve the most that I can provide you. That's obviously the goal. So would love to have you join over there if you're interested. And if you enjoy this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. It's free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does really help me out, and I'll be helping you guys out with these videos for free all NBA season long. And we'll talk about it. I'm going to talk about the later games. Like I said, we have 2 in the late time slot tonight with the Golden State Warriors, the Phoenix Suns, the Sacramento Kings, the LA Clippers. So I have 2 fantasy score props from these games that I do like. And we will break down exactly why I do like them. So let's talk about it. And the first game is going to be that Golden State Warriors Phoenix Suns game. This game comes in with a 234.5 over under. It is a 3.5 point spread in favor of the Phoenix Suns. We already did get confirmation that there is going to be no Kevin Durant tonight, so that's already confirmed. Bradley Beal is expected to be back. But I'm going to be discussing the Golden State Warriors side and Draymond Green, a guy that's been a great fantasy point producer for quite some time in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format. If you've been watching my content for a while, you know we're looking to target some defensive guys as much as we can because the blocks and steals are 3 points in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format. And Draymond Green's the definition of a defensive player. He's a glue guy. He's a great passer at a forward position. He's putting up 1.08 fantasy points per minute as far as the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format this year. A 6.1 assists per game. That's one of the best numbers you're going to see at the power forward position, trailing only LeBron James on the slate. It makes sense. They're both kind of similar in the sense that they play the forward position, but they can also contribute, of course, with their passing. And as far as his fantasy points per game, Draymond putting up 28.7, but one thing that we're seeing is on the season he's only playing 25.7 minutes per game. That's starting to trend up in a major way, which is obviously going to lead to more fantasy score production. We pull up the recent games here for Draymond Green. You can see the minutes really starting to trend up. He started the season out, playing like 28, 18, 24. He got hurt and missed quite a few games, the 14th through the 24th. He's been back now since the 28th. He's played 33, 29, 32, 31, and then ramped all the way up to 35 minutes last game on the 8th against OKC. So we are starting to see Draymond's minutes trend into the lower to mid 30s, which is obviously very relevant when we're talking about how many fantasy points he's going to be able to put up a game. Already talked about his permanent rate. If he's going to be playing that amount of minutes, putting up 1.08 fantasy points per minute in the mid 30s, he's obviously going to end up putting up, around 35 fantasy points most likely. And he gets a great game environment here tonight. 234.5 over under. Should fly. Expected to be one of the highest totals on the slate. You can see the two late games are our top games as far as totals are concerned. We have a 224, 230, a 220, and then we have 234, 235 in these late time slots. So these two are expected to be the highest scoring. Draymond going to be involved in this game. I talked about those assists opportunities. He's one of the top guys in the league in potential assists per game. And once again, he's not a point guard. This is comparing him against everyone in the entire NBA, the top guys. He's got 11.1 assists per game. That's more than, 11.1 potential assists, I should say. So it's opportunities. But that's more than Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Brandon Ingram, Jalen Brunson, who's literally a starting point guard. So you get the point. This guy's upside is really, really good in multiple aspects. He brings that defensive upside as far as the blocks and steals are concerned. And then those assists really do go a long way in the fantasy scoring format on Prizepicks. We know he's going to rebound the ball as well. But the assists add up in a really major way because they are the highest you can get outside of the blocks and steals as far as how the scoring is broken down. And then, of course, the points you get 1. So a bucket's going to be 2, but you get as far as an individual statistic, it's literally the one that's going to contribute the most fantasy points outside of the blocks and steals. You're getting 1.5 for those assists, 1.2 for the rebounds, 1 for the points, 3 for those blocks and steals. So any of those that he can contribute to us are going to really help us out as well. But look at his game logs. I always like to pull it up to give you guys a visual of how he's getting the job done. With these last few games, he's really starting to ball out. He's gotten some foul trouble last time. He got in some foul trouble. He still had 12 points, 13 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block. Time before, 10 points, 2 blocks, 9 assists, and 10 rebounds. So he's a triple-double threat every time he takes the floor. Once again, we're starting to see 32, 31, 35 minutes. If he continues to play that allotment of minutes with the production he's putting up, he's going to clear the fantasy score prop at where Prizepicks has his line set tonight, 29.0. You can see he's cleared this in each of the last 3 games, averaging 31.6, but over the last 3 where he's been playing those higher minutes, 37, 37, and 36. It makes perfect sense. It's really just a combination of his production and then the minutes going up. And I, once again, do have him projected to top this tonight. As far as my latest projection on Draymond Green, this is factoring, of course, the pace, the matchup, all that fun stuff. I've got him right in the mid-30s. Phoenix is giving up right around like 38 fantasy points per game to power forward starters. They're giving up over 7 rebounds. They're giving up over 8 field goals allowed. So this has been a really great matchup for opposing power forwards, which is right where Draymond Green's expected to slot in, of course, in the starting 5 with Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Kevon Looney. Combination of minutes, matchup, pace, total. These are all great things for Draymond Green to succeed and surpass this 29.0 fantasy score prop today. So that'll be pick number 1. We're rocking with the over 29.0 fantasy score here for Draymond Green. And then pick number 2 is going to be a guy I've picked in like every single video. If you tune into my last few, you've probably heard me give this same exact pick, but he's going to fall into a great spot again tonight. Guess I can make it quick for you guys because you've heard this movie before from me, but it's De'Aaron Fox. They're in the second half of back-to-back last night, though. The game did turn to a blowout, so he didn't play too many minutes, which should favor him as far as not being too limited in this one. This is a guy that's taken a big step forward this year in fantasy point production, as well as his minutes being really high. Years past, we've seen De'Aaron Fox then be pretty light on his minutes. This has not been the case this year. He's putting up 1.35 fantasy points per minute. He's putting up 50 fantasy points per game. He's playing 36.2 minutes. He can play all the way up into the upper 30s when the game does stay competitive. Last night, he only played 33. Once again, that was because of the blowout, though. You can see times prior. 35, 40, 38, 38, 40, 37, 38. He's playing right around 37, 38 minutes per game. Last time against the same Clipper squad, he did play 38 minutes. And once again, if you put him in this game environment with a 235.5 over under this pace with that fantasy point production and he gets full allotment of minutes, he should absolutely crush his fantasy score. I've got him getting into the 50s. Prizepicks continues to have him set in the mid to upper 40s. Another great spot to attack. One of the top guys in the entire NBA in minutes. He's top 10. He's playing 36.2 minutes per game. That comes in 9th. Trailing only Luka Doncic, Miles Bridges, Jason Tatum, Durant, Rozier, Sharp, Maxey, and Van Vliet. So Fox's minutes have been way up in a major way. The production's been fantastic for him. He's once again another guy that's top in the league in potential assists. De'Aaron Fox, 12.3 potential assists per game. Makes a little more sense as a point guard. Like I said, Draymond Green's a really exception of the rule. Like a Nikola Jokic, for example. He's a starting center. He's up there as one of the top guys. But Fox, going to get you those assists. He's also going to shoot the ball a ton. The minutes are going to be up, like I had discussed. The efficiency's been there, 30.4 points per game. He's shooting 47.6% from the field, 37.9% from beyond the arc, 8.1 free throws per game where he's shooting 73.1%. That could be a little bit better for us if you could actually knock down his free throws tonight. But overall, we once again have a guy that the minutes are trending up. The fantasy point production has been fantastic. He's in a great game environment tonight in this Clippers-Kings game. And I'm going to promote him again. I've been taking this same pick a lot this year. He's paid off for me a lot, though, so, no complaints as long as he continues to get the minutes. Last night, only played 33 on the second half of a back-to-back. That makes me like him even more. He should be pretty well rested. De'Aaron Fox isn't exactly an older guy in the league yet. Still young, still has plenty of stamina, so his minutes should be looking really solid tonight. Last time he played this Clipper squad, he dropped 40 points on him. He put up 40, 1 block, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Really didn't even contribute in the other categories compared to what we're typically seeing out of him, but just went off in the points category. So there's obviously multiple ways for him to get you there. And I think he gets you there again here tonight. Last time against this Clipper squad, put up 49.5 fantasy points. And he was very scoring reliant that night. Like I said, he typically was going to contribute a little bit more with those blocks, steals, assists, all the above. Do we care how he gets there? Of course not. We don't care as long as he clears. If he wants to go ahead and drop 40 points again for us and clear the fantasy score prop, that's all we care about. But all I'm saying is there's multiple avenues for him to get there. He's not too scoring reliant, which we love to see, similar to Draymond Green. So pick number 2, we're rocking with the over 46.0 fantasy score here for De'Aaron Fox. I think I broke it down pretty clearly for you guys, but fantasy point production has been up. The minutes are starting to trend up. Once again, these are both great game environments for ceilings when we're targeting overs. We just want to, obviously, we can't have blowouts. If the guy gets benched early, like what happened last night with Fox, it could cost us. As you can see from his game logs here, last night he did not clear his fantasy score prop. That was because he found his way to the bench early because they were up so much in that game. It was a big score differential, 138-118 being the final score. But tonight, game is expected to stay close. Both these games are expected to stay close. If a blowout happens and they don't quite reach there, we did all we could. We looked at all the data. 3.5 point spread. The game should stay close. They're expected to. So, but yeah, pick number 2. We're rocking with the over 46.0 fantasy score here for De'Aaron Fox, and that will be my 2 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. It's free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does really help me out. Once again, if you're looking to ramp up your game and really step it up, the premium content's going to be where it's at because there's certain things I cannot do in these videos, such as send instant alerts for all sports, all apps, that I can do in the Discord. And that's why I offer this as another alternative for more serious players. I put a lot of time into it. So there's a cost associated, but the return on your investment should be well worth it. A lot of very happy people in the group over there. So just join, chat it up with them. You can ask them kind of how they use the package. join the KJK DFS VIP squad, and you should be right along for the ride, winning some tickets with us. So thanks for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.